I believe that I have the perfect classic arena team for free-to-play players, even taking down teams that are almost double my power level. This one right here was about 50% higher power level than mine. This one was about 25% higher, and it's an absolutely free-to-play set of champions, easy to get, but there is a huge problem in the classic arena, and this video I want to talk a little bit about it. What is up, Raiders of Teleria? My name is Charlie. This is new Raiders only. My Uugo is going to start off the fight with Maelstrom Rack, lowering all defense, and then my Kale is going to do a huge area of effect damage, usually knocking out 1 to 4 champions in a single 2 attack combo. And then if that doesn't work, I've got my Tagoar Reviver, some speed ups, single target DPS in the Desert Queen 200 rack, and just a continued poison damage from Kale. Single target hits to clean everything up, the decreasing speed. Oh, it's just a strong team. And if I lose anybody, my Tagoar is going to revive. Check this out. Silver Classic Arena trophies. I got some metal, some Magisteel, right? Ranking points, tournament points, all of that. And that's well and good, but we got a problem. And it is, it's just part of the Classic Arena. It's just something that you have to deal with, unfortunately. So the main purpose of the Classic Arena, obviously, is to test yourself player versus player against other teams. Here's a fun team with Alice and Ludix Artor. Let's try this out. Let's see how we can do here. I should not be playing on auto mode. Real player versus player experts will play in manual mode, so you can manage your abilities effectively. However, just for the sake of this video and burning through as many wins as I can in the shortest amount of time, playing on auto in 2x is usually good enough. Oh, my Tagoar is dead, so this is I'm definitely gonna lose this fight. Let's just end it. Let's just end it now. Whatever. Okay, so that was a bad example. That was a really bad example of what I'm trying to do here. But we can just take a look at the ranking rewards right here. So you get silver medals, 1, right, because of the tier that we're in. You get classic arena points, and you get the Magisteel, and you can go into the tiers, and of course you get the full look at all of the rewards that you get. I can get more silver medals the higher ranks that I get, into the gold medals, so on and so forth, and all that's really nice. But here is the problem. I want to direct your attention to the Arbiter missions, and my camera is kind of covering it up a little bit, so we're going to probably move my... we don't need to. Upgrade an affinity bonus to level 2, okay? And there's a couple of affinity bonus leveling missions and quests in this game. There's that one, and then in the challenges, maybe the arena. Yeah. Okay, upgrade an attack bonus for all affinities except Void at the Great Hall. Okay, all right. So we go in here to the Great Hall, and this is obviously the second reason why Classic Arena exists, the affinity system. You have the Force, the Magic, the Spirit, the Void affinities. We don't need to go into affinities in this video. It's outside the scope of the video. But you can rank up those affinities, the health, the attack, the defense, the critical damage, the resistance, and the accuracy stats of all of those affinity heroes. I'm working on my my magic affinity right now, specifically attack for that the missions, the whatever, because of my Kale. Kale is a free to play starter champion that you get at the very beginning of the game. He is a hard carry for all campaign missions, dungeon missions, guild boss fights, all of that. You get him ascended, you get him ranked up, you get him leveled up, you throw some lifesteal equipment on him, you get him fully booked out, and he is going to carry just about any team that you have. We still have to talk about that good free-to-play team and all of the pieces that make it up. We'll talk about that in just a second. That's why I started on the magic tier, but I also have that that mission to rank up the attack of all of affinities aside from Void. So I'll work on those two right here next as well. But the Arbiter mission specifically wants you to get to a rank 2 affinity, and herein lies the problem. So I was a bronze arena tier champion, whatever, and I was collecting bronze trophies. I didn't quite get enough to rank this thing up. Now I can, instead of using 150 bronze trophies, I can use 26 silver trophies, and that's great, but because I transitioned into silver while I was working on this, it cut my progress. I could have got that extra 50 bronze today, from 15 to 20 attacks today. I don't know what the math would math out to be there, because now I have to start collecting the silver trophies to rank this thing up. I can't just, which is fine. Like, the higher tier it's good, it's better, But then, not only am I having to collect a new resource to finish this off, right? It does allow you to add it together. So, it basically cuts it in half. So I could do, since I need 52 bronze trophies to get there, silver would be 52 divided by 2 is 26. That's where that 26 comes in. And the same thing can be said down here for the silver into the gold. If you need 600 silver trophies, then you actually need 300 gold trophies. Or if you needed, if you had 400 silver and then you needed 200 silver, then that would be half. You'd only need 100 gold trophies. I hate doing math. I'm sorry. I should put it on screen so it's easier to understand. But it's hard to talk through math without having a chalkboard or a dry erase board or whatever in front of you. So now we're dealing with a situation where we have to collect a new currency, which is fine. It's whatever. But you really want to be using that currency on the appropriate tiers for that affinity, because if you're not, then you're relying on the higher tier again once you get promoted into gold, and you might not ever get to gold. And that's another problem, kind of the third problem that we're dealing with, because I'm in silver 2 and quickly going to be into the next tier, silver 3 and then 4 and then finally into gold. The problem that I'm going to run into is I'm going to have a harder and harder time beating some of these teams, because while they are power level not that much higher than mine. So for example, this one's 41k, mine is 37.9. The power level's only like 4k higher. Their champions are just better than mine. They're higher level champions, and the team setup is, it's better, and just all the different reasons why they're also in silver. So it's harder to collect the trophies, and it's a new kind of currency. This champion right here is actually one of the most frustrating. We got to do a video talking about her. I don't really like her, but I don't like going up against her. Adding the veil, man, it's just, she's such a good legendary, but you got to pay for her. Like, you can guarantee to get her. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to lose this. So let's go ahead and end the battle. So anyway, I have a link in the description box down below. It's a URL for basically 4 free champions. You start off with Uugo, who is an excellent opener for arena and campaign missions, dungeons, guild boss fights. Uugo has this ability called Maelstrom Rack that decreases defense of the enemies. You want to stack her with speed artifacts, especially with accuracy, so that she is the first champion in the entire fight to use their ability. It does do a little bit of damage, but if you can get that ability off and landing on a bunch, and then your starter champion's area of effect ability, Acid Rain, ideally you kill all or most of the enemies in one single attack. In the campaign missions, this is kind of your bread and butter, okay? In arena, you can kill 1 to 4 enemies in 2 hits, like I mentioned earlier. We also have Tagoar. Now, this is the second, in my opinion, the second best free-to-play or budget epic support that you can get. And T-God here is also free. You get him at, I believe, level 25. You get Uugo for completing the tutorial just at level 2 or whatever it is at the very start of the game. And then you've got Tagoar. Tagoar has got an area of effect revive, a shield, a speed boost, and then an incredible ascended ability that's going to really, really help you go deep in guild war and boss fights, and indeed in the arena. 50% health or less, gain a 10% damage reduction. That's a flat 10% damage reduction that you cannot dispel. It's really nice. Of course, if Tagoar dies, then yeah. So you want to get Tagoar and Uugo ranked up. No specific stats or anything for him. I do like actually the Divine Offense set that you get for free and the Relentless set. An occasional extra turn is super, it's super awesome for Tagoar, especially, when you're doing you do the speed up or you do the revive shield into the speed up ability. It's just so good. It's just so good. Ugh. Yeah, it's just so good. And then the big one-hit nuker, Legendary Void Support Champion 2 on a rack. This is a free-to-play champion, okay? What's really great about my collaboration URL that's in the description and the QR code over there in the corner is it's not a promo code. So on day 1, you get Uugo, you get Kale, you get Tagoar, and then you get 2 in a rack also on day 1 using the Desert Queen promo code. And, there's a lot of different ways to gear her up. I'm waiting for some perception artifacts, some good ones. I haven't gotten any good ones yet, so I've just been keeping kind of some offense just to do some damage. I also want to get some Savage gear for her as well, but I haven't had. I'm waiting for a drop fever for the Savage set. I haven't gotten any good Savage pieces. I don't think I have a single Savage piece actually. Yeah, not yet on this account. I think I'm on day 10 of this account, actually. Now, it continues a little while later on. I believe at level 45, you get the Grizzled Jarl, an excellent tank. It's a dwarf tank for your team, really good in boss fights, campaign, etc. And then finally at level 50 at max level, you get Chonoru, which is another great attacking champion that is from the Shadowkin faction. Now, later on, it's a late account kind of here, champions there. Chonoru is pretty fun, and she looks absolutely gorgeous. Love her 2 swords. Yeah, she's great. But, for great budget, free-to-play, player versus player stuff, if you haven't been able to take advantage of like the Alice chase or the Ronda Rousey, the old legendary free champions that just because, you weren't playing, you don't get them, then my account start is the best for free-to-play players. I believe it. That's the reason why I picked those champions, all right? Let me know in the comment section down below your perfect free-to-play champions for the Classic Arena. If I'm missing something or if there's something I should be doing instead, I would love to hear that feedback. I love you all. Good luck in Teleria.